Hey guys, welcome to the grow room. It feels like ages since I've been in here, but here we are. And today I want to show you a particular variety. I'm not sure if you're already growing, but it's new to me or the way I'm doing it now, and it was requested by a chef. But back to not growing it regularly is because it's quite hard, and I never really had any requests for it as a microgreen, purely because the cotyledon didn't portray what it is, and that variety is Red Veined Sorrel. Now here it is, as I've been requested by a chef to grow, literally as a baby leaf, no more, way past the cotyledon stage. Well, not way past, but probably second true leaf coming through on them. And yeah, it was requested by a local chef, and he wanted this variety grown to a certain size, and this was his request, this Australian 20-cent coin. He said if I can get leaves up to about that size, give or take, and some smaller is okay as well. And I said, no worries, man, I'm going to try that for you because I'd like to supply you. And he said, all right, you bring me them every Wednesday, 4 pots plus all these other things. That whole top shelf there is for him actually, and you got yourself a new customer. So today I'm going to show you how I did it. It's not your conventional way, guys. It doesn't work for me doing your normal microgreen methods. It doesn't like humidity. It doesn't seem to germinate so well under that humidity stress that we do with most varieties and things that we do. Stacking doesn't like stacking, and so yeah, I'll show you what I did. But it's been interesting. It's pushed me to the next level of growing, and I'm really happy. He's happy with this. I've been delivering it now for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to show you how I planted it. It's a little bit different. I'm doing it in pots today. I'm sure the same principle could be applied to trays, but yeah, that with these other requests, I'm really happy with the way this guy's pushed me to grow better and a new variety that I can now offer others. So if you're interested in growing sorrel like this, hang around. I'm going to show you how to plant it, the way I'm growing it. You can try your own ways, but let's do it. Alright guys, we're going to plant today in some pots. This is the way he wants them, and it's the way I sell a lot of living products. So it's in pots, and today I've put a little white paper towel on top of one of them so I can show you the actual density or an amount of seed, because the seed is the same color as the soil, so it'd be quite hard for you to see. It's very fine seed, very small and very delicate, and literally the amount in my palm is what you're going to use, which probably equates to about 30 or 40 seed. You could go a bit less, you know, but some of them don't come up, who knows. So just to be sure. So anyway, my pots here have been pre-soaked with water. I like to, as always, fill them to the brim, and there goes my rooster. Yeah, that's the way I do things. So I'm literally going to just grab that pinch and sprinkle it on there. Yeah, and that was probably just a few too many. But if you can see that, you're not planting like conventional microgreens because you're growing them as a bigger plant. So that's plenty. And I'll show you some just germinated with the same amount. It's going to be quite full of a pot. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the rest of these. I'll do one more with you on the soil and show you what I do after that, which will be this one. Sorry about my rooster. So Just planted this one. Then I get my grade 1 very fine vermiculite and a very light, very light sprinkle on top. A lot of people have asked me about the depth of the vermiculite. Small seeds, the rule of thumb is small seeds, small amount of vermiculite. Large seeds, you can put more on. So after that, you know, I'm going to just pump up my water sprayer here and wet that down. And that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the rest of them here, and I'll show you where I take them to germinate. For me, to germinate this red veined sorrel is to do it outside in full sun. Now I will bring that in if it's going to rain, but this is the way I'm getting 100% germination, because the seed seems to be so sensitive to do under a humidity dome for me. Now please, I emphasize for me. I encourage you to try this yourself with all your conventional methods, but you've seen what I've achieved, and this is the way I'm doing it, and it's just to inspire you. Plant it, you've seen the way I germinate it, and now you see what I do once it's germinated. I bring it upstairs under this LED light. I'm not too fussed on using the fluorescence for this, I'm using the LED, and here we are. So that's after a week to germinate. Soil temperatures needed to be about 18 to 20 degrees Celsius for them to come up nicely and evenly. And here we are after, so that's a week to germinate to get to there, and then another week to get to here. You may notice these are more tightly bundled in the middle. That was just a different method I did, but I'm reverting to this, which is how we planted them originally. But planting them like this has given me this effect where there is a ring of emptiness around the pot, because I was trying to get the bouquet look, but it's not absolutely necessary. I've noticed that, you know, you're shading out some of these smaller leaves and they're struggling to get through, whereas that whole clump could be more sparsely distributed through the pot, if you get my drift. So this method's fine. You're going to achieve this, which I don't believe there's anything wrong with, but if you follow the way I planted and they germinate looking like this, you're going to get a much fuller pot to the rim and maybe more even growth with these smaller leaves having a chance to come through. So if that makes sense. So there we go. If you're interested in doing red veined sorrel, I'm pretty sure most chefs are going to be interested in your true leaf. As for your cotyledon, you can see here there's not much going on, and that true leaf really wants to come through quickly. So to me it's just a green microgreen at its cotyledon stage, that distinct and beautiful red veins not going through the leaves. And then you see here as the true leaf starts that red vein starts to come through. So there we go, guys. Hope you got something out of the video. I'm pretty happy that he's happy, and I've now got a new customer, and I hope for you that you can try this and get some more customers yourself. So as always, guys, get healthy, get tasty, grow the sorrel, and I'll talk to you real soon. Take care. See ya.